Hi folks, in this video I'm going to go over what I believe are the top 5 picks where Jack is going to eventually wind up in the next coming days. Coming up. Okay, the time has arrived soon, I believe. So I figured I'd slap together a quick video on this because I got a few ideas I got to do today for videos, and I want to touch on Seattle later also. There's a few places that we all know and we keep hearing where Jack's going to wind up. But I want to put in order where I believe eventually he's going to wind up. This is kind of where I stand, and I believe it's going to happen probably within the next 5-6 days. So let's take a look at this, okay? So I just put the 5 most likely destinations. And number 5, and they don't deserve to be any higher than this, to be honest, is Anaheim. I just can't see, us dealing with a franchise that just thinks Trevor Zegras is bigger than Jack Eichel. I can't see it, folks. I can't. Doesn't make any sense. You know, if they're gonna think that Trevor Zegras is untouchable, what else can they really offer us? Really? Yeah, they have some other high-end talent, I know, but you know what I mean? It's like, are you serious about the deal or are you not? It's one or the other. Number 5, I got Anaheim. I just can't see them making a better pitch than the next 4 teams I'm going to put. Number 4, yeah. Remember, I had them as my personal favorite. I've said it in videos, not anymore. I think LA really is out of it. I really do. Again, the Sabres are pushing for Byfield, and they should. They should. Because we're giving up one of the biggest centermen in NHL history in a trade going into his prime. This guy's not like 35 years old, folks. And Jack's 24, turning 25. You know what I mean? I don't think some of these teams understand what that means. You know, like, come on. The guy's going into his prime. Jack's coming into his prime. I believe Jack's going to be a 50-goal man in the league. I do. And if they can't, just because I get Byfield's a high pick and everything, but doesn't make any sense to me that he's not on the table in talks. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't. But again, I'm a Sabres fan, so I'm a little biased, right? Okay, so number 3. This might catch a little of you guys by surprise, but it's what I believe. I think the Rangers are number 3. I don't think the Rangers are going to offer even close to the package that we want, guys. I don't. I really don't. I don't think they're going to make an aggressive pitch like they did last year. They're just not. I get if they're going to say a guy like Adam Fox is off the table, that I understand, okay? 100%. I get that because we've seen it with Fox on the ice. But a guy like Kakko, really, is off the table? You know? Thanks, but no thanks. You know, when it comes to Jack, I don't want to just get Kakko. In my books, if there's a guy over there named Lafreniere, and if he's not involved in the trade talks, it's done. It's done. If I'm the general manager of the Sabres and you're telling me Lafreniere's off the table, we have nothing left to talk about. We don't. We don't. We're giving you a guy 24 years old, not a guy 32, 33. He's 24, Jack Eichel. You know? And Jack Eichel, as we know, is a phenomenal player. He is, you know? And I just don't think the Rangers are going to be aggressive. I just don't. I've given up on them too. Okay, number 2. Number 2, I got Seattle now. They didn't take Price. They didn't take Tarasenko. And they've got a crap load of cap space right now. Now, is something cooking with Seattle? Very possible. Very possible. There could be a deal coming with Seattle. Very, very possible to get Jack Eichel. Very possible still. how they're going to do it, what they're going to swing, what they're going to give, what they're not going to give, all this. Because don't forget, Seattle not only can afford him, they got that number 2 pick, and that's real enticing, guys. It really is. That number 2 pick for me is worth like 2 number 1 picks that are not in the top 10. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have number 2 than number, let's say, 10 and 12. I'd rather have the number 2 pick. I don't know how you guys feel. That's how I am when it comes to drafts. So that number 2 pick is really, they're holding on to a diamond there. They've got one on us. You know what I mean? When it comes to Jack, they can do that, 2 of their pieces, and another first rounder. Deal would be done. Deal would be done. Or somehow do a Skinner thing. I'm not sure where Skinner would go with that, but I think that's over and done with, you know, the Skinner idea. So, but yeah, I got Seattle, number 2. And number 1, and of course my my marker's running out. Number 1, I got Minnesota. We keep hearing Minnesota, and the truth is, guys, they're willing to give up Boldy or Rossi. They're willing to give up for sure one of them, and I think they will. I think they would throw in Dumba, a first rounder, but their first rounder is garbage. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's what's holding back this deal, I believe. If they had like a top 8 or 9 pick in the first round this year, I think we might have even had a deal done already with these guys. I really think they were that close. I don't know. I don't think they'll give Boldy and Rossi. I'll tell you what, if they give Boldy and Rossi, we've got to make the deal. We've got to really think about it and make the deal, I think, because these guys, these 3 here, sorry, are basically useless. They're useless. So I'm taking them right off the board. Let's get rid of those guys. I think it's down to a 2-team race. You're going to hear a lot of Rangers are in it. That's just PR crap. I don't buy into it. The Rangers, we're not going to get ripped off by the Rangers. They're going to, give us Zibanejad? Give me a break. Not happening, Rangers. No. Come on, this is Jack Eichel. This is a 50-goal man you're going to get. No. So, and the thing is, and I will go on the record saying it, if I'm a Rangers fan, I don't want to make a deal with Buffalo for Jack Eichel. I like the way my rebuild's going. You know what I mean? I'm sure many Sabre fans would agree with that. If we had a rebuild going like the Rangers right now, would you really want to go after some $10 million player on another team? Yes, probably. But at the same time, ask Toronto how that's worked out. You know, getting Tavares. As soon as they got Tavares, I knew, mistake, right away. Sorry, Toronto fans, you'll never convince me otherwise, ever. Getting Tavares was a boneheaded move on a perfectly going smooth rebuild. Then they just got greedy. Dumb, just dumb. He's not even worth close to that money. Ugh. And the guy's basically underachieved his whole career as far as I'm concerned for a first overall pick. I'm from Canada. I knew a lot about John Tavares when he was drafted. For about 2 years, he looked like one of the best players in the NHL, and that's it. How many 50-goal seasons does he have, Toronto? How many 100-point seasons, Toronto? We're talking the number 1 overall pick, who was a big pick at the time. No, underachieved. So that's it. These are my 2 picks. I like Minnie over Seattle, but I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle come from behind and pull the rug under their feet and take Jack. I wouldn't be surprised either. I think this is the team that's going to push Minnie into giving us a really good package, because I'll tell you what, guys, the Minnesota Wild are close to a Stanley Cup, but without a guy like Jack Eichel, they don't have a chance. They don't have a shot in hell. They don't, and we know it, okay? I think our management knows it. It's like, you guys want a shot at a cup next year? Pay the piper a little. Come on, you know, give us something back. Because Adams has to save face too publicly. And Seattle is no pressure at all. They can just go right in there and shit disturb. They could in this whole thing. So I believe these are the 2 teams. I've written off the Rangers. I've written off LA and Anaheim. And LA respectively, I can understand. Anaheim, I got no clue what they're thinking because they really don't have a deep prospect pool, not really. And they need to get something going over there. But the thing is, I was thinking about it, has that franchise ever really been through a rebuild? They don't understand what's really going on. For a lot of their fans don't get it. They might be losing for 8 to 10 years. They don't know. And what if Zegras doesn't work out? What if? We know Jack's a solid thing, right? What if we went and got Zegras in a deal and Zegras he flops out? It's possible. It's possible. I don't care how good somebody is a prospect. They can flop out. We've seen it before. So that's it. That's my top 2 picks. I want to throw in 2 more videos before I shut the camera. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.